What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Little Scale Cars YouTube channel. Today in the review box we have the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO2. This one is from MiniGT. Now, this one was sent over to me by JR Collectibles. I will leave a link in the description where you can get your hands on this model or any of the other die-casts that they have in their wide selection. Go ahead and check them out for all your die-cast needs. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video here and see if this one is worth adding to your collection. So as always, we'll get things started with our casting. And proportionally speaking, I am very happy to report that everything is good. And there is actually considerable difference between this and the other Huracan GT3 that MiniGT has done, which is good because the actual real-life cars actually have some considerable differences. So we'll kind of go ahead and pop it into the real-life car there so you can kind of get some comparison of what it looks like overall. Very, very solid. And then let's go ahead and break the casting down here. So everything you're going to see is going to be die-cast metal, essentially. Even this like engine cover bit is going to be metal, which is nice. Base is going to be metal, which we have come to expect with MiniGT. Other than that, though, we do have our rubber mirrors, and then the rear wing is going to be plastic. But other than that, pretty much everything is going to be die-cast except for your inserted pieces. So like your headlights, taillights, and some inner workings and vents and stuff like that. But yeah, honestly, there's a very good sizable chunk of die-cast here to work with. All your body lines are going to be replicated nicely here. Nothing really to complain about. It is done very solidly. Everything looks really good. Inserts where they need to be. Cutouts where they should be. Meshing, like overall, just nicely done. So for our paint and deco, this one is going to be the Iron Lynx 2023 livery. This specifically is the IMSA livery, so like 24 Hours of Daytona-ish. This is by far the best deco for the casting, in my opinion. There are several other decos available if you don't vibe with this one. The Iron Dames has theirs. It's pink. But this was like the GTD Pro category, which means it's going to have the red accents up here, and then the rear, the window mirrors, sorry, and then on the rear wing here, which in my opinion, those red accents just really, really work with that green paint. And yeah, definitely the one I think is the best, but I'll probably get another one at some point. There is no tire decals here, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think we've kind of come to expect that from the GT cars from MiniGT at this point. Moving into the details, so right up front here, we do have our Lamborghini logo, and then we have our headlights, which are just little plastic inserts. All your kind of sponsors and everything are very well done. More headlight pieces, meshing inside there, which looks really good. Yeah, overall details very, very nice up front. Interior, again, very, very tough to tell. It's kind of one color static, but inside of a real race car is not exactly horrendously colorful. Coming down to the sides here, accurate wheels, but as with most MiniGT, there are no brake work detailing. A little bit disappointing, but not the end of the world. Again, all your sponsors and everything looking good. Drivers' names and everything. All the tampo work as part of the deco looking great. Into the rear section, and we do get full rear detailing here. We get the taillights. You get exhaust pipes, diffusers, everything. Iron Lynx badge right there. Just overall very nicely. Top-down view, again. Not a lot to speak of, just from the, you know, the way the car actually is. You can't really see into the engine bay or anything like that. But yeah, just overall solidly detailed model. Basically everything you would expect from MiniGT at this point. Right, moving into our roll test, it's a MiniGT, so it should be no surprise that it's going to roll, and it's going to roll extremely smooth. When we go ahead and put this one on the scale, it's going to come out to be 45.36 grams. So yeah, that metal base and metal body definitely add up to give you some very nice heft, and it definitely feels good and heavy in your hand. So, moving into our pros and cons. First big pro is, as of right now, this is the only way to get the EVO2 of the Huracan GT3 in 1/64th. As far as I know, no other brands have done the GT3 EVO2, so that is very nice to see. And then the nice level of detailing, especially in the deco and the livery, making sure everything was pretty accurate, is very, very nice, and obviously something we love to see. As far as cons go, there's really only one that needs to be discussed, and that is going to be just quality control issues. Mine is fairly good. We do have an ever so slight like paint nick right here. It's so small you probably won't even be able to see it, but it is there. And then obviously, if you buy the blister packs from Miho exclusives, those are always going to run the risk of like a broken spoiler or something like that. Thankfully, JR Collectibles sends them over in the boxes, the international kind of boxes, which I strongly prefer because it prevents scuffing and stuff like that much better than the blister packs that Miho does. So definitely something to consider. Now moving into some size comparisons. Here we have it with some Hot Wheels Lamborghini Huracans. With the Lamborghini Huracan, just the standard street version from Hot Wheels Premium. And then over there on the left, or on the right-hand side, sorry, you have the Hot Wheels Huracan Super Trofeo in the main line. And then here we have some comparisons with other Mini GTs. With the original Lamborghini Huracan GT3 release from MiniGT over there on the left, so you can get some good differences between the two. And then the Lamborghini Huracan STO, which was kind of the inspiration for the EVO2, over here on the right. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and find an overall score here. Hype level. For the casting itself, the hype level was a little bit low because this casting has seen several releases at this point, but it's my first release of this casting, and I would say it's most people's favorite release of the casting so far. It's the Iron Lynx deco. It's kind of iconic with the car. Hype level, 9.5 for all those reasons. The execution, I'm going to give it a 9.85. Mine has that ever so slight mishap up front, but other than that, executed basically to perfection. So yeah, 8.5 seems fair to me. Feedback, 9.95. I have not seen anyone really complaining too much other than a handful of QC issues here and there, which is kind of par of the course at this point. So a good score in the feedback category. When we take these three scores and we average them out, we are left with a 9.77 out of 10 as our overall score. I think this is a great score for a very good casting, a great casting, and this is the best deco in my opinion for the casting. I'm a little bit worried, not really worried, I'm a little bit intrigued, I guess, as to see where this casting will go next, because I do want a second version of it, but I don't know which deco to go with of the ones that have already been released. So I am curious to see if there will be some other ones coming out that I really, really like. As far as this one goes, though, I am very glad that it is the first one that I picked up for this casting because I think they did an absolutely excellent job. No real complaints, MiniGT. You hit it out of the park once again, as usual. I definitely would highly recommend this one. It is still available at the time of this filming, so I would act quickly. You can get it at JR Collectibles, as I've mentioned. That is who sent me this one over. So go ahead and check the link in the description if you want to get it from them or if you want to get any of their other models. Alrighty guys, that is all I have for you. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you have not done so already. And make sure you leave a comment down below telling me what your thoughts are on this particular model. And I will see you guys in the next video.